Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Miss and welcome to my virtual world or datascape deck profile. So before you start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So of course I'm playing 3 Kirin. Whoa, wait, hold on. Wasn't Kirin banned? Oh yeah, sorry. No, the other Kirin. Yeah, I know. They're both level 6. It's confusing. 1800 attack and 600 defense. Yo, these doesn't actually... it doesn't look like a level 6 monster. It's actually kind of sketch, but they actually have pretty nice effects. So I'm just going to explain something to you real fast so you understand very well in 2 seconds. So right now, as you can see, there are 15 Datascape or Virtual World monsters, and 4 of them have one thing in common, is that in the hand, you can target one Virtual World card you control, and then you actually have to send one Virtual card from a different type from your deck to the graveyard, and then special summon it, and then apply another effect. So now that this is out of the way, I'm actually going to explain something. So Kirin, when it is actually summoned, or Lily, it will actually Foolish for the third card type. So if you actually targeted like a Virtual World Trap, you actually have to send like a spell or monster, and then you send the other one with Lily. And then Lao Lao, you actually get back a Virtual World monster from your graveyard, except the Virtual World monster that you potentially have sent with Lao Lao. But if you didn't send any monster, then that's fine. You can just revive back anything. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you can revive back Lao Lao with Lao Lao. By the way, just saying. And it's a level 6 tuner. This is a level 6 non-tuner. And then there is Lulu, which is a level 3 tuner. So this will actually search your deck for... It's exactly like Kirin, actually, but instead of sending the third card type, it actually searches it from your deck to your hand. And I like this quite a lot. So once again, level 3 tuner, I think this is cool. And this guy right here, Zizi, it actually doesn't do anything with a third card type, but kind of like Lao Lao, it has just another unique effect, where it will actually just... It's a Scarm, but from the graveyard, you know? During the end phase, you recycle back any virtual world monster from your graveyard to your hand. Sorry, I had to read it just in order to confirm if it was Virtual World monster or Virtual World card, and it is a Virtual World monster. So this is what these 12 monsters, sorry, have in common. This guy, Nyan Nyan, or this girl, I guess, absolutely nothing to do with every other Virtual World, so this is the exception to the rule. And I will read the full effect. If a level 3 monster, specifically level 3 monster or monsters, is normal or special summoned to your field while this card is actually in your graveyard, so this is the one card that you always want to send with your Virtual World monsters. And if you want to send a spell, this is going to be it is going to be King Long, but I'm going to explain this later on. So yeah, anyways, if a level 3 monster is normal special while this is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card and treat it as a tuner while it's actually face up on the field, but you have to banish it when it leaves the field. And also, it locks you under level 3 or rank 3 higher monsters until the rest of the turn, but these guys also do the same thing. So as soon as this is why you can't really normal summon some weird stuff, or you also cannot link summon because it really locks you under Synchro and Xyz only, or Fusion technically, but who would play Fusions in this deck? And also, if it is banished, you can target one of your other banished Virtual World cards and shuffle it into the deck. I feel like that effect is kind of counterproductive because you actually do want to have some cards in the banished in order to use Chooch to pop cards on the field, well, face-up cards. So, I don't know, I don't think this card is that great. Beast of the Pharaoh, once again, shoutouts to Jesse Flores. He told me about this card like a few weeks ago, and you know, it's good, of course. You can make combos with it. I just don't really know much because I haven't tested much. But obviously, this card is just as good as if your hand is good, so it doesn't actually unbrick you. If your hand was bad to begin with, then you can't do anything, because if you want to be able to play with your Virtual World cards without using your normal summon, you're always going to be needing to, you know, hard draw a spell card. So if you don't draw Virtual World Gate Virtual World City or Virtual World Gate King Long, then Beast of the Pharaoh has a 100% chance of being dead. Unless, well, yeah, you can draw Emergency Teleport, but you know what I'm saying. Because if you draw Chooch, it doesn't really count. You can't just set it and then flip it right away. It's a trap card, so you have to wait one turn. So Beast of the Pharaoh, it's a win more card. You can definitely not play it and still be fine, but I'm showing the version that actually hand loops, so this is why this is actually involved. And honestly, this deck is very consistent. This is why you can kind of get away with playing a lot of hand traps and a lot of utility cards. And obviously, if you don't play the hand loop version, then you remove this and you just play like 3 other hand traps, for example. Can pretty much be anything. And yeah, so of course I'm also playing 3 Ash, 3 Valor, and 3 Infinite for the utility cards. This is what I'm going to explain. So Kowloon, it actually has a bunch of irrelevant effects, but what actually matters is the effect on initial activation. So you actually place, you don't activate, sorry, you actually place, wow. So you actually can use this under, well, hold on, I was gonna say under anti-spell, I guess, you can set this and then use this. But yeah, you place one virtual world gate from your deck or face up, no, sorry, from your deck on your spell and trap zone as a face up card, and then you apply a weird effect based on the number of virtual world gate cards you control. So these guys, if you control 2 or 3, I don't think it matters too much the effect, but if you control 4, you basically almost win the game because you special summon up to 4 virtual world monsters from your extra deck with different names, but it's not gonna come up, and obviously it's a hard once per turn. Well, you can only activate, so if the activation gets negated, you can use one again. Yeah. 2, 3 tactical talents. I love playing 2 of this card because then I have to say 2, 3 tactical talents. It just looks really whack, but yeah. Upstart Goblin, yeah, why not? I mean, sure. To be fair, could this deck actually play Pot of Disparity now that I think of it? Maybe. I'm actually going to be doing an updated version on it anyways. So yeah, Called by the Grave, I mean, why not? I just have the space for it, but once again, if you don't like the utility cards that I'm playing, you can play your own because it's just really, you have so many options. You can play Forbidden Chalice. I actually used to play this a lot, but if you're encountering mirrors, it doesn't actually save you from VFD because they can just pop their own VFD. So, if anything, what it does is that it baits the trap, and also it makes them lose VFD, so you still have 5 cards in hand, and they have a bit less cards to interact with you, but you still need like actual stability cards, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, Emergency Teleport, 3 King Long. So the face-up effect on the field, actually, I hate it. It's like you can banish a virtual world, I think, card or monster. Yeah, card from your graveyard, then target one effect monster on the field. You negate its effects until the end of the turn. But in the graveyard, the effect is nasty because you can banish it, search your deck for any virtual world, monster, and then you search it, and then you have to send a card from your hand to the graveyard. So basically, like Apkalon, the exact same thing, actually. Literally the same thing. And then, of course, I'm playing 2 Chooch. So it also has 2 effects. In the graveyard, you can banish it and then increase or decrease the level of a virtual world monster by 3. I think this also applies for the rank. Yes, it does, but why would you care? Unless you're really trying to do like Utopic Future or something whack like that. I think no, is Utopic Future a rank 1 or a rank 12? I forgot. But yeah, anyways, and the effect on the field is you can target 2 of your banished virtual world cards, shuffle them into the deck, and then pop 1 face-up card on the field, either player's field, and it's a quick effect, so it's proactive. I like this because you can pop your own VFD, like I said. It is a play that actually does come up quite a lot when your opponent is trying to, chalice you or something. So yeah, anyways, for the extra deck, Gothams, of course. I mean, if you're hand looping, you need Gothams. Got him. But yeah, this hand loops for 3, and then you Trishula, and you make Enter Blathnir. Not bad, not bad. And then, yeah, Shen, this is the weird Macrocosmos that keeps reviving itself like 10 billion times. Trishula, Ravenous Crocozor, double Cloudcast. Well, I mean, yeah, of course. It makes sense why you're playing 2. Juju, I don't even know why I'm playing this. I mean, it's like an alrighty card, but yeah. I mean, sure, it's actually a really good card going second, to be fair. It actually sends card from the field to the graveyard, doesn't destroy, so it gives you like a bit of inherent stability. Coral Dragon, it's a level 6 tuner, which is relevant because you can revive back, you can, yeah, with Beast of the Pharaoh, which is a level 3 non-tuner, you actually can, Synchro Climb, I was gonna say Link Climb, Synchro Climb, and then, draw cards, make Ravenous Carcosaur, or Gothams, Hand Loop, and do some fun stuff, of course. Stardust Charge Warrior, I mean, I'm already playing Coral Dragon, but why not? Negalogia with Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger, and, the Fan, okay, sure. So basically, if you can make 2 level 6 monsters, you can pretty much make your opponent lose a lot of cards, because this is going to transform itself into Gaia Dragon, and then into Negalogia, which will 100% have a lot of materials, so if you're not using the effect of this, you can still have a Negalogia with 2 materials, so 4 materials, sorry, so you can use the effect right away on your own turn, and then during your opponent's turn, and it's very, very easy to actually summon this in like 2 seconds. You only need like 2 cards, honestly. Basically, just, yeah, Kowloon with Kirin, Yeah, and that's it. Honestly, yeah, it's literally that simple. Not bad. And then VFD with Jaja. Yeah, Jaja will actually have to explain. So I don't play. What's the name? Long Long. Oh my, yo, their names are so freaking whack. Anyways, Jaja, you can target a material, then target a face-up monster you control. It doesn't necessarily have to be that monster. And then it cannot be destroyed by battle until the end of the opponent's turn. Yeah, which is pretty good. That's not a quick effect though, but still. Once per turn after damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, so you know, you already see that this is better to use the first effect on itself. You have two monsters in your graveyard with the same original type and attribute as each other, very, very, very easy. You can banish that opponent's monster, so non-targeting, non-destruction, removal. It is a great way of dealing with annoying stuff like Dragoon or something like that after they already used their negate, so yeah. And of course, Enter Blatnir. Enter Blatnir also doesn't target, so if they used something, well, you just Enter Blatnir and also banishes from the graveyard. It's actually like a weird Trishula. Yeah, it's literally Trishula when you think of it. That's cute. Yeah, well, except for like the top of the deck part, but still. Yeah, for the idea section, I don't think there's anything to talk about outside of Long Long. So this is also a rank 3 monster just like Jaja, but it's, well, 2+. Exactly like VFD. I don't know why they always put like 2+. Who's gonna make this with 3 monsters? Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects while it has Xyz materials. When your opponent activates the effect of a monster with an attribute that is not on their field, while they control a face-up monster, quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card, negate the activation. That's just a lot of efforts to negate. That's a lot of effort to negate like 1 monster effect, so I don't think this card's worth it. And then Break Sword, you can play it, but it doesn't float or anything, so it's bad. Foolish Burial, literally all of your monsters are Foolish Burial, so why would you play more Foolish Burial just for that Nyan Nyan? It's already easy enough to send Monster Reborn. I mean, you have a searchable Lao Lao, so I don't think you need it. Forbidden Chalice, like I said, what are you really gonna chalice? I mean, Drancia, Negalogia, sure, but definitely not VFD in the mirror because, like I said, Chooch, they're always going to be able to access it if their hand is good. If their hand is good enough to make VFD, it's probably good enough to have Chooch as well, and sometimes even Shen Shen. My ideal combo and board, it's literally just a 2-card combo. It's Kolan plus Kirin or Lily. It actually ends on VFD, Shen Shen, and Chooch. So, your opponent cannot use monster effects. He cannot attack. He cannot... I mean, he's under Macrocosmos, like, on the field. And you can pop a card on either player's turn during either... Like, yeah. Pop a face-up card, though. And this card is Zhuangwu, but I'm not going to talk about it because it doesn't exist yet in the TCG. But that's basically all I had to say for this beautiful virtual world deck profile. If you guys have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.